When you look around, you see both living and non living things. You must have wondered and asked yourself, what is it that makes an organism living, or what is it that an inanimate thing does not have which a living thing has? The answer to this is presence of the basis unit of life, the cell in all living organisms. All organisms are composed of cells. Some are composed of a single cell and are called unicellular organism, while other like us composed of many cells are called multicellular organisms. What is a cell? Unicellular organisms are capable of independent existence and performing the essential functions of life. Anything less than a complete structure of a cell does not ensure independent living. Hence, cell is the fundamental structure and functional unit of all living organisms. Antony von Leeuwenhoek first saw the described a live cells. Robert Brown later discovered the nucleus. The invention of the microscope and the improvement leading to the electron microscope related all the structural details of the cells. 8.2 Cell theory. In 1838, Matthias Liedens, a German botanist, examined a large number of plants and observed that all plants are composed of different kinds of cells which form the tissue of the plant. At about the same time, Theodore Schwann, 1839, a British zoologist, studied different types of animal cells and reported that cells had a thin outer layer which is today known as the plasma membrane. He also concluded based on his study on plants tissue that the presence of cell wall is a unique character of the plant cell. On the basis of this, Swan proposed the hypothesis that the bodies of animal and plants are composed of cell and product of cell. Sleden and Schwann together formulated the cell theory. This theory, however, did not explain as to how new cells were formed. Rudolf Virchow 1855 first explained that cells divide and new cells are formed from pre-existing cells. That's omnicellula acellular. He modified the hypothesis of Sleden and Schwann to give the cell theory a final shape. Cell theory, as understood today, is: first, all living organisms are composed of cell and product of cell. Second, all cells arise from pre-existing cells. 8.3 An overview of cell. You have earlier observed cell in an onion peel and or human shake cells under the microscope. Let us recollect their structures. The onion cells, which is a typical plant cell, has a destinating cell wall as its outer boundary, and just within it is the cell membrane. The cells of the human shake have an outer membrane as the delimiting structure of the cell. Inside each cell is a dense membrane bound structure called nucleus. This nucleus contains the chromosomes, which in turn contain the genetic materials DNA. Cells that have a membrane-bound nuclei are called eukaryotic, whereas cells that lack a membrane-bound nucleus are prokaryote. In both prokaryote and eukaryote cell, a semi-fluid matrix called cytoplasm occupies the volume of the cell. The cytoplasm is the main arena of cellular activities in both the plant and animal cells. Various chemical reactions occur in it keep the cell in the living state. Beside the nucleus, the eukaryotic cells have other membrane-bound destinating structures called organelles like the endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER, the Golgi complex, lysosome, mitochondria, microbodies and vacuoles. The prokaryotic cells lack such membrane-bound organelles. Ribosomes are non-membrane-bound organelles found in all cells, both eukaryotic as well as prokaryotic. Within the cell, ribosome are found not only in the cytoplasm but also within the two organelles chloroplast in dead plants and mitochondria and or rough endoplasmic reticulum. Animal cells contain another non-membrane bound organelles called centrosome which help in a cell division. Cells differ greatly in size, shape and activities. For example, microplasma, the smallest cell, are only 0.3 micrometer in length, while bacteria could be 3 to 5 micrometer. The largest isolated single cell is the egg of an ostrich. Among multicellular organisms, human red blood cells are about 7.0 Human red blood cells are about 7 micrometer in diameter. Nerve cells are some of the longest cells. Cells also vary greatly in their shape. They may be disc-like, polygonal, columnar, cuboidal, thread-like, or even irregular. The shape of the cell may vary with the function they perform. 8.4 Prokaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell are represented by bacteria. blue-green algae, mycoplasma, and PPLO, that is pleuropneumonia-like organism. They are generally smaller and multiple more rapidly than the eukaryotic cells. They may vary greatly in shape and size. The four basic shape of bacteria are bacillus, that is rod-like, coccus, that is spherical, vibrio, that is comma-shaped, and spirillum, that is spiral. The organization of the prokaryotic cell is fundamental is similar even though prokaryotics exhibit a wide variety of shape and the function. All prokaryotic have a cell wall surrounded the cell membrane except in mycoplasma. The fluid matrix filling the cells is the cytoplasm. There is no wall defining nucleus. The genetic material is basically naked, not enveloped by a nuclear membrane. In addition to the genomic DNA, that is the single chromosomes circular DNA. Many bacteria have small circular DNA outside the genomic DNA. These smaller DNA are called plasmid. The plasmid DNA contains certain unique phenotypic characters to such bacteria. One such character is resistant to antibiotic. In higher classes, you will learn that this plasmid DNA is used to monitor bacterial transformations with foreign DNA. Nuclear membrane is found in eukaryotes. No organelles like the one in eukaryotic are found prokaryotic cells. Except for ribosomes, prokaryotes have something unique in the form of inclusions or specialized differentiated form of cell membrane called mesosome in the characteristics of prokaryotes. They are essentially infolding of cell membrane. 8.4.1 Cell envelope and its modifications. Most prokaryotic cells, particularly the bacteria cells, have a chemical complex cell envelope. The cell envelope consists of a tightly bound three-layered structure, that is the outermost glycocalyx followed by the cell wall and then the plasma membrane. Although each layer of the envelope performs distinct functions, they act together as a single protective unit. Bacteria can be classified into two groups on the basis of the difference in the cell envelope and the manner in which they respond to the staining product developed by Gram. Those that take up the Gram stain are Gram positive and the other that do not are called Gram negative bacteria. Glycocalyx differ in a compositions and thickness among different bacteria. It could be a loose sheet called the slime layer in some, while in other it may be thick and tight called the capsules. The cell wall determines the shape of the cell and provide a strong structural support to prevent the bacterium from bursting or collapsing. The plasma membrane is selective permeable in nature and interact with the outside world. This membrane is smaller structures to that of the eukaryotes. A special membranous structure is the mesosomes, which is formed by the extension of plasma membrane into the cell. These extensions are in the form of vesicles, tubules, and lamella. They help in cell wall formation, DNA replication, and distribution to daughter cells. They also help in respiration secretions process to increase the surface area of the plasma membrane and enzymatic content. In some prokaryotics like cyanobacteria, there are other membranous extensions into the cytoplasm called chromatophores, which contain pigment. Bacteria Bacterial cells may be motile or non-motile. If motile, they have thin filamentous extensions from their cell wall called flagella. Bacteria show a range in the number and a of flagella. Bacterial flagellum is composed of three parts: filamentous, hook, and tassel body. The filamentous is the longest proteins and extend from the cell surface to the outside. Beside flagella, pili and fimbria are also surface structures of the bacteria but do not play a role in motile. The pili are elongated tubular structures made up of special proteins. The fimbria are small bristle-like fibers supporting out of the cell. In some bacteria, they are known to help attach to bacteria to rock in steam and also to the host tissue. 8.4.2 Ribosome and inclusions body. In prokaryote in prokaryotes, ribosomes are associated with the plasma membrane of the cell. They are about 15 nanometer by 20 nanometer in size and are made of two subunits, 15S and 13S, units which when present together form 17S prokaryotes. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. Several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA and form a chain called polyribosomes or polysomes. The ribosomes of a polysomes translate the mRNA into proteins. In Susan's body, reverse materials in prokaryote cell are stored in the cytoplasm in the form of inclusions body. These are not bound by any membrane system and live free in the cytoplasm. Example: phosphate granules, phycin granules, and glycogen granules. Gas vacuole are found in blue, green, and purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. 8.5. Eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotes include all the protista, plants, animal, and fungi. In eukaryotic cells, there is an extensive compartmentalization of cytoplasm, presence of membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotic cells possess an organized nucleus with a nuclear envelope. In addition, eukaryote cells have a variety of complex locomotory and cytoskeletal structures. Their genetic material is organized into chromosomes. All eukaryotic cells are not identical. Plant and animal cells are different as the former possess cell walls, plastid, and a large central vacuoles which are absent in animal cell. On the other hand, animal cell have centrioles which are absent in almost all plant cell. Let us now look at individual cell organelles to understand their structure and functions. 8.5.1 Cell membrane. The detailed structure of the membrane was studied only after the advent of the electron microscope in the 1915s. Meanwhile, chemical study on the cell membrane, especially in human red blood cells, that is RBCs, enabled the scientists to deduce the possible structure of plasma membrane. These studies show that the cell membrane is mainly composed of lipid and proteins. The major lipid and phospholipids that are arranged in a bilayer. Also, the lipids are arranged within the membrane with the polar head toward the outer side and the hydrophobic tails toward the inner part. This ensures that the non-polar tail of saturated hydrocarbons in protected from an aqueous environment. In addition to phospholipids, member also contains cholesterol. Later binomial investigations clearly reversible that the cell membrane also possesses protein and carbohydrate. The ratio of protein and lipid varies considerable in different cell types. In human beings, the membrane of the erythrocytes has approximately 50% of protein and 14% lipid. Depending on the extensions, membrane proteins can be classified as integral and peripheral. Peripheral proteins lie on the surface of membrane while the irregular proteins are partially or totally buried in the membrane. An improved mode of the structure of cell membrane was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1932, widely accepted as a fluid mosaic model. According to this, the quasi-fluid nature of lipid enable lateral movement of proteins within the overall bilayer. This ability to move with the membrane is measured as its fluidity. The fluid nature of the membrane is also important from the point of view of functions like cell growth, formation of intercellular junctions, secretions, endocytosis, cell division, etc. One of the most important functions of the plasma membrane is the transport of it. The membrane is selective permeable. Some molecules present on either side of it. Many molecules can move briefly across the membrane without any requirement of energy, and this is called the passive transport. Neutral solute may move across the membrane by the process of simple diffusions along the concentrations gradient, that is from higher concentration to the lower. Water may also move across the membrane from higher to lower concentrations. Movement of water by diffusion is called osmosis. As the polar molecules cannot pass through the nonpolar lipid bilayer, they require a carrier proteins of the membrane to facilitate their transport across the membrane. A few ions or molecules are transported across the membrane against their concentrations gradient, that is from lower to the higher concentration. Such a transport is an energy dependent process in which ATP is utilized and is called active transport. Example: sodium potassium pump. 8.5.2 Cell wall. As you may recall, a non-living rigid structure called the cell wall forms an outer covering from the plasma membrane of fungi and plants. Cell wall not only gives shape to the cell and protect the cell from mechanical damage and infections, it also helps in cell-to-cell interactions and provide barrier of undesirables. Macromolecules algae have cell wall made of cellulose, glycans, minerals and minerals like calcium carbonate, while in other plants it consists of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin and proteins. The cell wall of young plant cells, the primary cell, is capable of growth, which greatly diminishes as the cell mature, and the secondary wall is formed on the inner, that's toward membrane side of the cell. The middle lamella is a layer mainly of calcium protect, which holds or glues the different neighboring cells together. The cell wall and middle lamella may be transferred or plasmodesmata, which cannot be cytoplasm of neighboring cells. 8.5.3 Endomembrane systems. Will each of the membranous organelles in distinct in terms of its structure and function. May of these are considered together as an endomembrane systems because their functions are coordinated. The endomembrane systems include endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER, Golgi complex, lysosome, and vacuoles. Since the functions of the mitochondria, chloroplast, and peroxisomes are not coordinated with the above components, these are not considered as part of the endomembrane systems. 8.5.3.1 Endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER. Electron microscopic studies of eukaryotic cells reveal the presence of network of reticulums of tiny tubular structures scattered in the cytoplasm, that is called the endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER. Hence, ER divide the intercellular space into two distinct compartments, that is luminal, that inside ER, and external luminal, that is cytoplasm compartments. The ER often show ribosomes attached to their outer surface. The endoplasmic reticulum bearing ribosomes on their surface is called rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is RER. In the absence of ribosomes, they appear smooth and are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is SER. RER is frequently observed in the cells active involved in protein synthesis and secretions. They are extensive and continuous with the outer membrane of the nucleus. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the major site of synthesis of lipid in animal cells. Lipid like steroids, hormones, are synthesis in SER. 8.5.3.2 Golgi apparatus. Camillo Golgi, that is 1898, first discovered dense stained reticular structures near the nucleus. These were later named Golgi bodies after him. They consist of many flat disc-shaped sac or cisterns of 0.5 micrometer to 1.0 micrometer diameter. These are sacked parallel to each other. Varied number of cisternae are present in Golgi complex. The Golgi cisternae are concentrically arranged near the nucleus with distinct convex cis or the forming phase and concave trans or the maturing phase. This cis and the trans phase of the organelles are entirely different but interconnected. The Golgi apparatus principally perform the function of packaging materials to be delivered either to the intracellular target or secreted outside the cell matrix to be packaged in the form of vesicles. Form the ER fuse with the cis phase of the Golgi apparatus and move toward the maturing phase. They explain why the Golgi apparatus remains in close associations with the endoplasmic reticulum, and number of proteins synthesis by ribosomes on the endoplasmic reticulum are modified in the cisternae of the Golgi apparatus before they are released from its trans phase. Golgi apparatus is an important site of formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids. 8.5.3.3 Lysosome. These are membrane-bound vascular structures formed by the process of packaging in the Golgi apparatus. The isolated lysosomes, vacuoles, vesicles have been found to be very rich in almost all types of hydrolytic enzymes, that is hydrolysis, lipase, protease, carbohydrates. Optimally active at the acidic pH, these enzymes are capable of digesting carbohydrates, proteins, lipid, and nucleic acid. 8.5.3.4 Vacuoles. The vacuoles in the membrane-bound space found in the cytoplasm. It contains water, sap, excretory product, and other materials not useful for the cells. This vacuoles is bound by a single membrane called tonoplast. In plant cell, the vacuoles can occupy up to 90% of the volume of the cell. In plants, the tonoplast facilitate the transport of a number of ions and other minerals against concentrations gradient into the vacuole. Hence, their concentration is significantly higher in the vacuole than it is in the cytoplasm. In amoeba, the contractile vacuoles in important form osmoregulations and excretions. In many cells, as in a protist, food vacuoles are found by engulfing the food particles. 8.5.4 Mitochondria. Mitochondria, unless specifically stained, are not easily visible under the microscope. The number of mitochondria per cell is variable depending on the physiological activities of the cells. In terms of shape and size, also considerable decrease of variability observed. Typically is space shaped or cylindrical, having a diameter of 0.2 to 1.2 0 micrometer, that's average 0.5 micrometer, and length 1.0 to 4.1 micrometer. Each mitochondria is a double membrane bound structure with the outer membrane and the inner membrane dividing its lumen distinctly into two aqueous compartments, that is the outer compartment and the inner compartment. The inner compartment is filled with a dense homogeneous substance called the matrix. The outer membrane form the continuous limiting boundaries of the organelles. The inner membranes form a number of infolding called the cristia. Toward the matrix, the cristia increase the surface area to the two membranes have their own specific enzymes associated with the mitochondria functions. Mitochondria are the site of aerobic respirations. They produce cellular energy in the form of ATP. Hence, they are called powerhouse of the cell. The matrix also possesses single circular DNA molecules, a few RNA molecules, ribosomes, that is 70S, and the components required for the synthesis of proteins. The mitochondria divide by fusion. 8.5.5 Plastid. Plastid are found in all plant cells and is euglenoids. These are easily observed under the microscope as they are large. They bear some specific pigment, thus imparting specific colors to the plants based on the types of pigment. Plastid can be classified into chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. The chloroplast contain chlorophyll and carotenoid pigment, which are responsible for the trapping light energy essential for photosynthesis. In the chromoplast, fat soluble carotenoid pigment like cateins, xanthophylls, and others are present. These give the part of the plant a yellow, orange, or red color. The leucoplast or the colorless plastid or variable shape and size with stored nutrition. Amyloplast store carbohydrate, that is starch, example potato. Epiplast store oils and fats, whereas the aleuroplast store proteins. Major of the chloroplast of the green plants are found in the mesophyll cell of the leaves. These are lens-shaped ovule, spherical, discoid, or even ribbon-like organelles having variable length 5 to 10 micrometer and width 2 to 4 micrometer. Their number vary from 1 per cell of the Chlamydomonas, a green alga, to 20 to 14 per cell in the mesophills. Like mitochondria, the chloroplast are also double membrane bound. Of the two, the inner chloroplast membrane is relatively less permeable. The shape limited by the inner membrane of the chloroplast is called the stoma. A number of organized fatate membranous sacs called the thylakoid are present in the stoma. Thylakoid are arranged in stacks like the piles of coins called grana, singular granum, or the intergranal thylakoids. In addition, there are flat membranous tubules called the stoma lamellae connecting the thylakoid of the different grana. The membrane of the thylakoid encloses a space called a lumen. The stoma of the chloroplast contain enzymes required for the started circular DNA molecules and ribosomes. Chlorophylls pigment are present in the thylakoid. The ribosomes of the chloroplast are smaller, that is 17S, than the cytoplasmic ribosomes, 18S. 8.5.6 Ribosome. Ribosomes are the granular structures first observed under the electron microscope as dense particles by Plate 1953. They are composed of ribonucleic acid, that is RNA, and protein, and are not surrounded by any membrane. The eukaryotic ribosome are 18S, while the prokaryotic ribosome are 17S. Each ribosome have two subunits, large and smaller subunits. The two subunits of 18S ribosome or 16S and 14S, will that of 17S ribosomes are 15S and 13S. Here, S Schweitzer units stand for the sedimentation coefficient. It is the indirectly a mixture of density and size. Both 70S and 18S ribosome are composed of two subunit. 8.5.7 Cytoskeleton. An elaborate network of filamentous proteinaceous structures consisting of microtubule of microfilamentous and intermediate filamentous present in the cytoplasm in collective referred to as the cytoskeletons. The cytoskeleton in a cell are involved in many functions such as a mechanical, supporting motility, maintenance of the shape of the cell. 8.5.8 Cilia and flagella. Cilia and flagella are hair-like outgrowth of the cell membrane. Cilia are smaller structure which work like oars, causing the movement of either the cell or the surrounded fluid. Flagella are comparatively longer and responsible for cell movement. The prokaryote bacteria also possess flagella, but these are structurally different from that of the eukaryotic flagella. The electron microscopic study of a cilium or the flagellum show that they are covered with a plasma membrane. Their core, called as axonema, possesses a number of microtubules running parallel to the long axis. The axonema usually has 9 doublets for rapidly arranged peripheral microtubules and a pair of centrioles located microtubules. Such an arrangement of axonemal microtubules is referred to as the 9+2 arrays. The central tubules are connected by bridge and is called unclosed by a central sheet which is connected to one of the tubule of each peripheral doublets by a radial spoke. There are 9 radial spokes. The peripheral doublet are also interconnected by linkers. Both the cilium and flagellum emerge from centriole-like structures called the basal body. 8.5.9 Centrosomes and centrioles. Centrosome is an organelle usually containing two cylindrical structures called centrioles. They are surrounded by amorphous petriolar materials. Both the centrioles in a centrosomes lie perpendicular to each other, in which each has an organization like the cartwheel. They are made of 9 evenly shaped peripheral fibrils of tubulin proteins. Each of the peripheral fibrils is a triplet. The adjacent triplets are also linked. The central part of the proximal regions of the centrioles is also proteinaceous and called the hub, which is connected with the tubules of the peripheral triplets by radial spokes made of proteins. The centrioles form the basal body of cilia or flagella and spindle fibers that give rise to spindle apparatus during cell division in animal cells. 8.5.10 Nucleus. Nucleus as a cell organelle was first described by Robert Brown as early as 1831. Later, the materials of the nucleus standard by basis days was given by name chromatins by Fleming. The interface nucleus, that's nucleus of a cell, when it is not dividing, has highly extended and elaborate nucleoproteins fibers called chromatins, nuclear matrix, and one or more spherical bodies called nucleoli, singular nucleolus. Electron morphic has revealed that the nuclear envelope, which consists of two parallel membranes with a space between 10 to 15 nanometer, called the nuclear space, form a barrier between the materials present inside the nucleus and that of the cytoplasm. The outer membrane usually remains continuous with this endoplasmic reticulum and also bears ribosomes on it at a number of places. The nuclear envelope is interrupted by pores which are formed by the fusion of its two membranes. These nuclear pores are the passages through which movement of RNA and proteins molecules take place in both directions between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Normally, there is only one nucleolus per cell. Variations in number of nuclei are also frequently observed. Can you recollect name of organisms that have more than one nucleus per cells? Some mature cells even lack nucleus. Example: erythrocytes of many mammals and sheep tube cells of vascular plants. Could you consider these cells as living? The nuclear matrix or the nucleoplasm contains nucleolus and chromatins. The are spherical structures present in the nucleoplasm. The content of nucleolus is continuous with the rest of the nucleoplasm as it is not a membrane bound structure. It is a site for active ribosomal RNA synthesis. Larger and more numerous nucleoli are present in cells active carrying out protein synthesis. You may recall that the interface nucleus has loose and indistinct network of nucleoproteins fibers called chromatins, but during different stages of cell division, cells show saturated chromosomes. In place of the nucleolus, chromatins contains DNA and some basis proteins called histones, some non-histone proteins, and also RNA. A single human cell have approximately 2-meter long thread of DNA distributed among its 46, that is 23 pairs chromosomes. You will study in the detail of DNA packaging in the form of chromosome in class 12. Every chromosome that visible only a dividing cells essentially has a primary concentration or the centromers on the sides of which disc-shaped structure called mitochondria are present. Centromer holds two chromatid of chromosomes based on the positions of the centromers. The chromosomes can be classified into four types. The metameric chromosomes has middle centromer forming two equal arms of the chromosomes. The submetameric chromosomes has centromers slightly away from the middles of the chromosomes, resulting into one shorter arm and one longer arm. In case of eccentric chromosomes, the centromer is situated close to its end, forming one extremely short and one very long arm, whereas the telocentric chromosome has terminal centromer. Sometimes a few chromosomes have non-staining secondary concentrations at a constant locations. This gives the appearance of a small fragment called the satellite. 8.5.11 Microbodies. Many membranes mount minute vesicles called microbodies that contain various enzymes are present in both plant and animal cell.